Hi, air signs. All right, so this is your bonus. This is for people that have had to move on, whether it's from a breakup or divorce or even becoming a widow. So let's get started with Libra. What does it look like now that you have ended a relationship? What does that look like? Looks like you guys still may communicate for a while, and it looks a little bit hostile. Somebody's getting into another relationship immediately, so I don't know if this relationship started before you guys were technically broken up, but it does look like somebody's invested already in another person, whether that's you and or them. Okay, what does that look like for you in the future? Looks like you're going to get involved too right away. Hey, even if you don't want to, you may end up getting involved with somebody right away as well. Okay, so maybe this has been going on like way too long as it is, and so you guys were just ready to move on in general. All right, for the Libras that are going or just went through a divorce, what does that look like for them in the future? Financially, it looks pretty good. You may be moving and or considering getting into something new. It does look like you could even be changing your career. And in time, I already see somebody coming in that would want some sort of connection to you. Now, of course, if you're not looking for a romantic connection, this could just be somebody that you spend time with, appreciate, friend, whatever, okay? And new possibilities that will bring you transformation and healing. Looks good. For those of you that are widowed, what does that look like now going into the future? Holy moly. So in divine timing, you may find your 10 of Cups all over again. Now, obviously, it's going to take time to get past this. This is going to be, this isn't going to be tomorrow for sure. But spiritually, you look like you're okay. Emotionally, very heavy. But I do see somebody else coming into your life that could bring you some sort of happiness, okay? Nobody can ever like be replaced, right? That's just not a thing. But there's still space to bring in some new energy and people that make you feel good and kind of get you out again. You could also be considering a move. Moving on to Gemini. For the Geminis that just went through the ending of a relationship, what does the future look like for them? Oh, there's regret. You guys may end up trying to reconcile, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. For those of you that don't end up reconciling or have no desire to, it does look like you'll put a lot more effort into yourself through your manifestations and even in your work or day-to-day hobbies, okay? Throwing yourself into some new things that'll make you excited. For the Geminis that just went through a divorce, what does that look like? I'm seeing a key, so that's going to be relevant. Heavy burden, lots of fighting. It's feeling like you can't really process this as well as you hoped. In time, when you're ready, you could meet a power couple sort of situation. So whether that's you going to business together or whether this is a romance and you two just, on the same page, you want the same things, you have the same values, some of you could even, like, if you're of childbearing age, you could even be considering a child with this person, but this looks pretty good, okay? This next person looks pretty good for you, and again, does not have to be romantic, okay? For those Geminis that are now widowed, what does that look like? You may reconnect with somebody from the past, an old friend and or lover. Getting out more, spending more time with like, you know, just spending more time with people, especially people you haven't seen or been able to communicate with for a while. I don't see you getting past this anytime soon. This is not like one of those things where, you know, it's going to be an easy transition, but I think that you will connect with people to try to get out of this funk, okay? And they will be pretty stable individuals, especially if it's somebody you already knew. And they do want to see you feel better, okay? So they are going to be emotionally supportive. Yeah, I think this is, you're going to deal with this pain for quite a while. Unfortunately, Gemini, it's sorry about that. And for Aquarius, for the Aquariuses that just ended a relationship, what does that look like? I'm hearing impulsiveness. I don't know what that means for you. Some of you could just be deciding to go travel, working on yourself, spending time with the people that you appreciate. Some of you are going to be mad at the people that are in your energy because they ended up siding with this other person, or they see you as the problem. So that could be also an issue. For some of you, a pet is going with the other person, and that's going to devastate you. You may find out some stuff about this person as well going forward, and you're going to be kind of relieved that it's over. For the Aquariuses that just divorced, what does that look like? New opportunities, actually. This is going to be huge and transformative for you. You are going to be making more money. You're going to be getting rid of some sort of karmic hell. Definitely going to be like traveling and or moving to places that you wanted to go versus what they wanted to do. Energetically, you're done. We have 888. This is the end of a karmic cycle. This is really positive for you, okay? And you have new investments taking place. I don't see you like moving on quickly to somebody, but you definitely have people that will be admiring you. Letting go of the devil, so to speak. Like it. And actually, a lot of you are going to get into fitness. And for my widowed Aquariuses, what does their future look like? Seeing new wallpaper. Oh, look at this. Okay. Some of you could get into like a, this is so specific, like a fling with more than one person. Nothing serious, but it does look like you could be attracting or seducing some people. Some of you are getting into some line of cooking, like else you're cooking more, or maybe you're going to cooking classes, something of that nature. And I do see you have an earth sign here who's pretty emotionally supportive to you, so they could be helping you to get through this. And you have a deep regret that you didn't say something to this person. That's going to linger for a while. May question your spirituality. But in time, you're going to drop a heavy burden and you will see some sort of significant change. I feel like you're blaming yourself too much. Investing in some hobbies. And like I said, for some of you, it's flings. Okay. All right, guys, that wasn't very long. Pretty straightforward. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I'll have the air signs up by tomorrow.